these guys leaving her.
Yeah.
And, like, that's as vulnerable as I've ever seen Michonne, which means she was vulnerable at all, because I've never seen her vulnerable.
Even though Rick says, "Where the hell were you?" and she once again does the silent thing, puts her hands up.
Allowed her to be disarmed. She put her hands up just as, like, don't shoot me.
But why doesn't she say, "I went to find your friend Andrea," or "I went to kill the crazy-ass governor," with her hands up?
I don't know. That'd be a bridge too far.
Maybe.
I don't know. I just
don't understand how someone hasn't killed her over a misunderstanding already.
Right?
She must not have encountered anybody.
Right. Well, I mean, she countered Andrea.
Yeah. Surprised Andrea didn't kill her.
Yeah, you'd think that, I don't know, maybe the long, cold, hard Georgia winter has done this to her. She was actually a pretty jovial person, like, the heart on her sleeve and laugh in her throat.
A laugh in her step.
When she first, bells on her toes when she first met Andrea. All that went away after that brutal Georgia winter.
Last scene, the governor gathers up his goons or the townspeople or something.
Everyone, every damn person.
It's not everybody. There are like 4 women here, and it's like 30 people.
I saw a fat Walmart mom in the crowd. That's everybody.
I agree, but that's not everybody.
Everybody that's capable of getting out of bed and hearing gunfire.
Everybody who didn't sleep through the gunfire.
No, the whole town was there.
I disagree.
There's only 70 people.
I wholeheartedly disagree,
and that's before Rick killed a couple of them. Rick and Maggie.
And he tells them that Merle's a terrorist. Boom. Straight up. There's your
right
terrorist.
Under the bus. And why, like, speaking of silent treatment, why isn't Merle saying something? Like, this is bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
This is bullshit. I'm being framed,
I don't know.
Merle's not the type to just kind of take this line down. I think he would be, like, nonstop motor mouthing.
You would think so, yeah.
I mean, that's what he was doing to T-Dog. He's like, no, you can't do this. You can't, yeah. I mean...
Well, they do throw Daryl out there and say, and here's his brother. So that's kind of
And they can't deny each other because they got the same fucking saggy eyes. They got the most bloodhoundy eyes I've seen this side of...
I haven't
Detective
noticed.
McGruff.
Nice.
But the thing that is sealing the governor's fate, and I would have fought you a little bit about this Andrea
His lack
flipping.
of depth perception.
When Andrea meets Daryl's eyes and they recognize each other, that's the downfall of the governor.
And I hope so.
Yeah. And also, could someone high def tell me what the hell Daryl's chest tattoo was?
I don't know.
He's got this little thing that almost looks like a princess tiara over his I guess that would be his left breast.
Weird.
I don't know.
I didn't notice it, honestly.
I was like, what the hell is that? And I tried to freeze frame it, but of course we got low shitty def, so like something my son drew with a green magic marker.
We're running pretty long here, which is why I've been rushing us. Do we want to talk about the Star Trek scenario here? The Kirk versus Spock showdown.
So you think because that's
inevitably
feedback.
coming?
No, let's skip it because we get that in feedback.
Fair enough. That's the end of the episode. I'm going to do Idiot Survivor and Zombie Kill of the Week real quick. Idiot Survivor, who is the girl who gets bit in the beginning, not Sasha. She's an idiot. And Zombie Kill of the Week definitely goes to Michonne for killing the governor's daughter. That's freaking awesome. Sword right through the mouth, right through the back of the head.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that hit her brain, but apparently it did.
Brain stem, severed her brain stem. I don't know.
All right, that's it. Let's do some feedback.
Catherine from Australia said, in a situation where a subgroup has to go off on a dangerous mission, like extracting prisoners from Woodbury, is it better to send all your real strength on the mission and increase its chance of success, or keep some of your big guns back with the main group?
That's the question.
We talked about the strategic and tactics of this. What do you think?
I think ideally, if you can afford it, you take most of your strength there, because theoretically they don't know you're coming, right? Mm-hmm. So they're not going to be sending anybody to you. Mm-hmm. Although Rick does know that Merle knows where they are, right?
No, why would he know that?
Wouldn't Michonne tell him?
No.
That, hey, Merle got your friends there, and...
But he wouldn't know that they broke.
Yeah, I guess. He takes that risk. But yeah, so you got to send most of your strength there, but you got to leave somebody behind, which they didn't seem to do.
Do you, though?
They left
because
Carl, but
here's
I
the
don't think
thing.
he's that much of a badass yet.
If you succeed, you get 2 more badasses back.
Yeah.
And you strike a blow, and you go back, and you've got a nice defensible position. If you fail, you've got, you leave 1 token badass behind, which arguably he did with Carl.
Yeah.
But you leave 1 token badass behind, what the hell is he going to do against the full might of Woodbury?
So
I'm saying it's like you have to go for broke.
Oh, I thought you were arguing for just cutting your losses and not doing anything.
No, well, I mean, that's
the
I
other
don't think
option.
this group could do that. That
Yeah.
would be another option.
Yeah.
But I think
Okay,
if
send
you're going
everybody.
to go the noble route, you have to send the full house and hope that the mission succeeds, because leaving Daryl behind against everyone in Woodbury is a losing situation.
Yeah, that just dooms him.
You bring all these guys back where you can put people in towers, and you've got some options. You've got it's always better to be defending versus the attacker, but one person can't hold off 12 armed men. There's just no fucking way, I don't think. So that's my
Unless
thought.
you're Tony Montana.
Richard C. asks, do you guys care about the characters? He says, I don't think he does. More or less, I just want to see what happens next.
Some of the characters I care about.
He says, none of the characters in the show are doing it for me. I remember really caring about everyone in season 1. He thinks Morgan with the zombie wife and his rifle sights is still the most emotionally impactful moment in the show. Am I alone on this?
I like the stuff they're doing with Glenn and Maggie, honestly.
I'd say on the I hate all the characters bandwagon, there's a lot of seats available right now. I feel like I was on that with you. I checked out somewhere early on in this season. I feel like we've talked about this a lot already.
Oh, we talked about it a lot in season 2.
You're not alone, Richard, but it's getting lonely. Now, this thing kind of stands on a knife's edge, right? Mm-hmm. Like, it would be very easy for them to mess up the second half of this season, but at this point, I got to give the show the benefit of the doubt. They ended season 2 strong. Season 3 has been that strong or stronger. Yeah, there's been some missteps here or there, but I'm invested. I absolutely care about Rick and Carl's relationship. Absolutely care about Maggie and Glenn's relationship. Absolutely care about. I'm surprisingly invested in how Merle versus Daryl's going to go down.
Yeah, actually,
Herschel, check. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of interested in what's going to happen with Carl and Beth, and if Beth were to die, what that'd do to Carl. I mean,
are you interested in Carol and Axel?
No, I am interested. Like I said, I'm not down. I thought Carol's performance last week was really good. Mm-hmm. I liked her scene here with Axel. I would like to see. I'm going to give Carol and Daryl my blessing. I want them to be happy.
They have things they could do with all of the characters now, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, none of them seem like they're totally superfluous or just getting in the way of the other characters.
Moving on, Sean from Kentucky wanted a little love for his original crack back on episode 4, I think, where he speculated Poindexter's tea was brewed from steep zombie heads for aphrodisiac qualities. And we did the same riff basically last week.
Yeah.
Natural male enhancement. And we didn't give any credit. So, Sean, sorry about that.
Yeah, we found a better one though, Soylent Tea.
Soylent Tea. That's he
acknowledges that.
Yeah. So we haven't. I kind of was worried about Daniel WB, our professional podcast critic, but he surfaced for a brief note. He says, "Just listening to your mailbag, and someone referred to the lame interrogation tactics of the governor / Merle. I think his point was if they had both prisoners in the same room and forced Mags to disrobe, that would have been enough to get Glenn singing like a canary in about 4 seconds." You guys should build on that segment where one of you simulates a torture technique on himself and tells us how much it hurts. So I guess I'm supposed to get naked, because I took the knife edge to the nose, so I'm supposed to get naked and see if you break. Is that how it goes?
Trust me, you get naked, I'm out of here.
I was going to say, we've managed to live together for 3-something years without seeing each other naked. I don't want to really break that streak.
Yeah, that's not something I want to happen.
Okay. Elena from Trinidad says, as a person who's been dependent on glasses and contact lenses for 15 years, there's something that bugs me about The Walking Dead. Considering how many people wear glasses these days, it's strange that everyone in the series seems to have perfect vision. I mean, if I were without my glasses in the middle of a zombie apocalypse, I can only imagine feeling so helpless and useless and not being able to tell a walker from a tree in long distances. I think I might as well die or just die before the season even starts or series even starts. She goes, hey, did I just answer my own question here?
You might have. Yeah.
I think one of the reasons so many people wear glasses today is because we've pretty much pulled a rope-a-dope on the old evolution / natural selection.
Yeah, those people would be dead
Yeah.
if this were a harsher world.
Yeah, so I'm right there with you. My vision's not that bad, but if I had to go running around, it would be a serious handicap, especially
Same
at
here.
night.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I've had my glasses blow off my face before and get run over by a cab
in Seattle.
in
I remember
Seattle.
that.
And I was lost for the rest of the weekend.
Hilarious.
I think it's cool that we have listeners from Trinidad.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah, we're global, baby.
That's amazing.
Australia, Germany.
Yeah.
Just in this mailbag alone. Yabo. Bob B asks, how far into the comic can I read and not spoil myself? I'm really interested in the compendium, but I don't want to read it and ruin the show. Let me know what you think, please. I started to answer this individually, but I'm like, well, what the hell? A lot of people might want to know this. Mm-hmm. I would say you want to go, and it's hard to say because this is kind of like remixy.
I was going to say, I would read all the way because it's not following the comic that closely.
That's one issue.
Right.
But if you want to take right up to where Michonne and the governor had their confrontation, and in the comic it's way more brutal, you want to read right to issue 33, including 33. Stop at 34 because that issue 33 is where she confronts the governor, and then her and the group escape from Woodbury that time, and you're going to be synced up roughly with the show timeline. And I don't think you will. In fact, the show spoiled a couple plot lines, like the phone ringing and things like that, you would actually experience later on. And also, you're going to find out a shitload more about Tyrese. Mm-hmm. So there might be some mild spoilers there, but again, that's as best as I can sync you up with this weirdo alternate universe timeline. Hope that helps. Jake from Tallahassee asks, does that Shane hallucination show that Rick is still slipping? Yeah, he's still suffering from the psychotic break, I think. Right?
Yeah.
That's some kind of crazy.
Wait a second. Your hair is growing, man. Your hair, what's happening?
Are you having a psychotic break now?
I think so.
No, that's clearly something is still, and unfortunately, Oscar paid with his life.
Yeah, Rick could have probably taken that guy out pretty easily.
Ruben from Boston says, a Woodbury citizen that was incapacitated by Rick was discovered by none other than a shitty bow girl. And she is carrying a gun. Frightening.
Oh, geez.
That will solve Team Prison's problems down the road with further confrontations with Woodbury. Shitty bow girl will kill half her own comrades with their terrible aim. Cosign. Malcolm,
I think her and Andrea really connected in that moment. You know?
Malcolm E. says, I don't understand your comments about T-Dog being difficult on set. All right. So we had a bunch of people send this in.
Yeah.
Malcolm was the first. He said, on the Talking Dead episode after his death, it was practically dedicated to him. The producer who was on the show with Jim was singing his praises. Was it all BS, or is your source full of it? I don't know. All I know is Alan Sepinwall and Daniel Feinberg, which are both critics that I respect, said that their scuttlebutt on the set was that he was a difficult actor to work with. And that doesn't mean he's an asshole. It could mean that they didn't think he was capable of carrying the weight. Obviously, Mazzara said to everyone in the writers, up until last season, he said, and I quote, everyone in the writers' room is a big T-Dog fan, and we can't wait to get more stuff for him to do in season 3. Now, that clearly was a bullshit, bald-faced lie. So, do I believe Alan Sepinwall and Daniel Feinberg over the producers of this show? Yes, I do. Do I think Iron E. Singleton is a wonderful human being? I don't know why he wouldn't be. I'm just saying.
Can I play devil's advocate real
This
quick?
is not something that I personally read or have experienced. I'm just passing along a possible
Certainly.
reason.
Yeah, we don't know the guy in person, so we can't say.
Right.
Maybe he wanted more money coming back into season 3.
Sure.
Maybe something happened between season 2 and season 3 to where you get that comment, and it's genuine from the writers and everything, where he's a great guy and they want to do more with him. And then comes season 3, he's tough to work with. Difficult to work with, whatever.
Right. I mean, it's Hollywood. That's what the fuck.
Yeah.
It's all kind of like, bullshit and lies at some point.
But, again, I have no idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're just reporting what we were told.
Because I was trying to figure out, why would they do this?
Yeah.
Like, how do I rationalize what I've been told versus what I've seen? And that was one possible explanation for why it's kind of unexplainable.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it's true. So moving on, we got, one last thing. Rob Z has a good take. I think the title of the previous episode, When the Dead Come Walking, is referring to Michonne. As far as the governor knows, she died in the woods when Merle and his men killed her. So I believe the title can be applied to both when Michonne shows up at the prison, looking like and mingling with the dead, but more likely, it probably refers to when Michonne comes back to Woodbury at the end of the episode. Nice!
I applaud
Rob, one-man name game player.
that. Good diagnosis
Nice.
there.
Moving on to new stuff. Evan K says, The governor reminds me of Foghorn Leghorn. If he ever has the line, I say, you'll see it too. Yes. Surprisingly, yes. I totally see the Foghorn Leghorn. He gets a little foghorny.
Does he?
Yeah.
Well, that's the Brit trying to do the Southern accent.
I think so.
The Southern American.
Anthony TB says, I have a prediction on Merle and Daryl. When Daryl kills Merle, it will come to light that Merle... Wait, yeah. When Daryl kills Merle, it will come to light that Merle started the fire that killed his mother when he told the story about her burning the house.
That's
do you see
rough.
do you see like a Lion King type, confession? I killed our mother.
He does have a pretty nasty scar.
He does. It's his whole hand, in fact. Frackin' Toaster said, great episode. I think I'll give it a 9. Both sides got bloody noses, and each team donates a Dixon to the cliffhanger. I see your Dixon and call. It's once again impossible to ignore the parallels to Lost. I noticed a gym lampshaded on the cast last week. The opening scene, raining in the forest in an undetermined location, the danger, the busted fence, and as we pull the camera out to strange music and see the prison, the way it's filmed is textbook Lost. What do you think, Jim? You're the
agree.
big Losty.
Like he said, I mentioned it last episode. Not specifically the stuff that he said, but
Yep.
there were a lot of tie-ins there.
The governor channeling Ben Linus lost his daughter.
What? Benjamin Linus? Are you fucking kidding me?
Wait.
You're going to talk about Lost, and then you're going to bring up Benjamin Linus.
Why?
Keep going.
I'm not doing
Keep
it. It's
going.
fracking Toaster, asshole.
Keep going.
Just back off. Back off, man. He lost his daughter and gained a mortal enemy and got the shit kicked out of him, just like the ass whoopings Ben took at the hand of the heroes. I think it's derivative, but also incredibly fresh and exciting, so I can't fault him too much. So what was your problem there?
Is he writing us from a hot air balloon?
What?
Is that what's happening here?
What are you talking about?
Keep going.
He also said, check off zombie head fish tank?
Maybe. It almost was. We almost got Michonne's elbows bit here.
Oh, yeah. There's her bows were in trouble.
They were.
She couldn't drop them bows. She'd be half the woman she is. Ravi C
man.
says, I'm going to wear some slippers in the morning. R.I.P. Oscar. Enough said. Adam H says, it's super weird seeing Michonne's vengeance on the show and comparing it to the comic. Not spoiling anything, but Michonne's desire to gut the governor in the comic is probably the most justified need to kill I've ever seen in this story. But in the show, it's kind of strange how angry she is at him. Yes, they sent a hit squad at her, but she seems so damn hell-bent to make his life not only hell, but break him and then kill him. Am I the only one that thinks this?
No.
Maybe they were trying to appease comic fans, but I think it's pretty obvious we won't see the true horrors that the governor dishes out like he does in the comic, at least when it comes to Michonne.
Yeah, so there was some confusion here, right? Like, what is Michonne's motivation in this episode? There shouldn't be that confusion if she's really going after the governor for the same very strong reasons that she is in the comic.
Right, yeah. No,
So you're not the only one who thinks that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I felt like, again... why do you think... AMC showed a pretty graphic degouging of a dude's eye. Like, where do they make the call of, like, well, we're not going to rape Maggie. We are going to poke a shard of glass through this dude's eye.
Yeah.
I wonder, is it something that the censors have the ultimate say on, or what can they get away with?
I don't know. I mean,
they can be graphic, but there's lots of ways you can tell bad shit is happening without it actually happening.
They can be graphic, though, right? They're cable. They're
but
basic
they're not
cable.
HBO cable.
No, but they're
HBO
cable.
murders infants right in front of your eyes,
Yes, but they're pay to play. They're not over the air. Anybody can tune into this.
Yeah, but there's
so they could get away with it without fines.
The Villigan said on Breaking Bad that they can get away with dropping the F-bomb once per season.
But they're talking about the studio not letting them because they don't want to go that far, right?
I don't know. I don't think anyone's talking about it but fans. I'm just wondering.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, there is certainly a precedent in this country where violence is tolerated much more than any sexual content whatsoever.
And sexual violence is really...
that is a line that no one
That's
will
the peanut
cross.
butter and chocolate that just doesn't mix.
Yeah.
It's like the opposite. It's like
oil and water.
Cat shit and vinegar.
Exactly.
Two bad tastes that don't go together. Jordan from Muncie, Indiana says, the episode was good and I appreciated what they did with it, but there were some major problems out of this episode. Firstly, the scene with Michonne and the governor. When she was holding the child and he disarmed himself completely, I said to myself, all right, get him closer, push the kid to him, then stab him to death.
Oh,
or stab them both. And the camera angle was even perfectly set up for it to happen, but instead Michonne ending it right then and there. She just stabs the kid. I just came out of my seat when that happened. It was one of the only things in the episode that nearly ruined it for me, aside from my vile disdain for Andrea's character progression to this point. He said Daryl and Merle getting captured at the end together pulled on a lot of people and gave a great cliffhanger. The portrayal of the townspeople screaming, "Kill them!" at Daryl and Merle was chilling to me. Yes.
Yeah.
Even the Walmart moms. This whole time at the outside, as outside viewers, we've been able to see this world develop and see these specific people turn a specific way. But to have the entire town screaming for blood and death is quite frightening. And it shows what fear can do to people, and did so in a very powerful way.
Very well put.
I've seen this happen. I'm old enough that I've seen this shit happen in real life. Like,
really?
As a people, specifically Americans, can call for people's blood in a fucking hurry. Like,
yeah, and that's one of the themes. The threat is the people, right? The threat is not necessarily the zombies here.
Right.
The nature of humanity is really supposed to be explored in the show.
Yeah.
Now, how much they do that, I don't know. But this episode, they certainly did that.
Sure.
Quite a bit. And I think your mention of the Walmart moms here is actually a key point. They need everyone there screaming. Because if it's his guys with guns and his guards who are automatically primed to kill everyone around them, that's not as big a deal as if it's some soccer mom shouting, "Kill them."
Yes.
That's
indeed.
messed up.
Indeed.
And that's what this world is.
Sure.
So I agree.
Tyler from the UK said, "I love how they brought Shane back in this episode, and it got me thinking. Am I the only one who misses the flashbacks in The Walking Dead? The few used in Season 2 were great, and they all revolved around Shane and built his character. Not only did they show us how things were before the apocalypse started, but even before Rick woke from his coma, we got to see other characters dealing with getting out of Atlanta." We're big fans of flashbacks in the show, right?
I am, yeah.
I would love to see more flashbacks to the zombie apocalypse happening.
Maybe that's what they're doing with T-Dog. They're just saving all of his stuff for flashbacks.
Yeah, big back. I've actually heard a Mazzara say that in an interview, but I'm like, I don't believe that.
Yeah, I'll believe when I see it.
Yeah, especially if they're circulating shit to professional reviewers about him being difficult to work with.
Yeah.
Like if I was Irony, I'd be like, fuck you people.
Yeah, I'm not coming back.
Right. Me and Oscar are going to start our own show. Tiffany C says, "This finale episode really irritated me. Did I see Maggie shoot Oscar, who was shot because Rick was having a dumbass moment in the head like he was surefire dead? I guess since Tyrone was introduced, there's simply no room."
Tyrone?
Oh,
Who's
Tyrese.
Tyrone?
Tyrese.
Did you misspeak?
No, she fucked it up.
Oh, wow.
Way to go,
Shame on you,
way to
listener.
go, Tiffany. Guess all black guys got to be called Tyrone.
That's not even T-Dog's name. Now you're an asshole.
I expect his black teammate will be dead too, since her and Michonne can't possibly coexist. Speaking of Michonne, I had hopes for Michonne's character in this, but I see they're just going to portray her as the angry black woman. Thanks, AMC.
Yep.
I'm glad we got to see Tyrese. I'm not glad we got to see Tyrese, a grown-ass man, locked in a cell by Carl, and get this, accepting it happily. Apocalypse or not, nobody wants to be locked up in a cell like a dog or a criminal. I haven't seen anybody, even the prisoners, be happy about it yet. But Tyrone, well, this is the best thing he's seen in months. Did anyone see Carl's face on the other side? That's what evil looks like. Yeah, it's got the banality of evil thing going on.
Different take.
Honestly,
Certainly.
all joking aside, this is bullshit.
Yes.
Like, I would like to see some serious... Like, I think there should be a little bit of accountability here. Like, come on now. This isn't musical black people.
No, we can handle more than one black person on the screen at a time. This is not the 1800s.
Yeah. I mean,
there were no screens back then, but
like I said, we make jokes about it, but it's not really that funny. I mean,
no, and I don't understand why they're doing it.
I mean, especially they had to be somewhat sensitive of this criticism, right?
It's been a criticism since the beginning of the series. I mean,
And
T-Dog
we
has
talk
not
about-
had the lines that he should have.
And what lines he does is a stereotypical, like, Will Smith jokey, oh, this is bullshit. And, I
Yep.
mean, like I said, is there not a single African-American or woman writer on the staff? And I know that there's women
I
writing
know that they're
it.
women, yeah.
So, anyway, I don't want to get my social soapbox too much, but damn.
It's a legitimate question.
Mike C says, Carl has evolved from Beta Carl to Alpha Carl. It's time to lose the hat. Give it
Yes.
to Axel. He seems to be as useless as Carl was in Season 2. Good take.
And maybe he gives it to Axel. He can keep her away from Beth. Or keep him away from Beth.
He has a contrapoint to Tiffany. He says, I already like Tyrese in the show, keeping level head in a situation where it probably would have lost his shit. Yeah, I mean, I kind of split the difference. Like, I understand what Tiffany was saying, that does seem a bit much to be like, this guy just totally accept it. But on the other hand, we already had one character losing his shit, or losing her shit, and as a leader, you've got to, what's your best long-term play? Like, the best long-term play is probably his house, his rules. We can always lose our shit tomorrow if they don't decide to let us in. But, again,
there's really nothing that they can do at that point.
Yeah,
they're locked in there.
Right. I mean, I feel like within the show's universe, you can justify people being understanding of suspicion, especially when they did do them a solid.
Yeah.
But, it's kind of tone deaf to our ears, but, it's different than T-Dog to Oscar to Tyrese. Tommy A said the gunfight was ridiculous. How many shots did each side fire with only 2 people hit? When did Rick and company get automatic weapons? Did Rick magically find a cornucopia full of machine guns? It blatantly shows both sides point-blank exchanging fire, and neither side connects the shot. That's a lot to take in there, Tommy. I'll say that I actually thought that's a realistic gunfight. That shit happens all the time.
It's surprisingly more difficult than you would think to hit something with a weapon, with a gun.
Especially, like read Black Hawk Down. You had thousands of armed Somalis with submachine guns and assault rifles firing at a small team of
stationary
pinned down small team of Delta Force operators and Army Rangers, and didn't kill hardly any of them for 24 hours. It's kind of amazing because it's hard to hit a moving human being.
I gotta say, my take on these gunfight scenes has really changed since I went shooting for the first time.
Yeah.
It's not that easy. Mm-hmm. Not at all.
Like, if you're laying prone at a range, yeah, you can hit. It's pretty, but you got the adrenaline pumping from you, and you're not trained.
After the first bullet is fired, your aim is way off.
Yeah.
Especially with an automatic weapon.
Yeah.
So
anyway, so I can a little bit now. Where did he get the automatic weapons? I don't know, but they established in the first scene they had some pretty advanced assault weapons with nice optics. Like, this is America.
Yeah,
and
it's not Chicago.
Some dude would do pretty all right knocking over my house, and I'm not even really that big of a gun nut. So it's like down in Georgia. Finding AR-15s, AK-47s, SKSs, you're going to get those all day long.
First thing I'm doing is I'm going to the fairgrounds.
What?
The gun and knife show.
Oh, the gun and knife show?
Yeah.
Hopefully the zombie apocalypse will hit right when the gun show's in full swing.
There you go.
Have you been to the gun show?
I haven't.
It's a fucking trip,
Are you going to introduce me to it?
Dude, you need to go. It's the craziest alternate universe you've ever seen. It's.
I feel like this is an elaborate setup for you just flexing your biceps.
Oh, was I doing that? No, I was just like holding my head like disbelief.
Okay.
Like I said,
I'd like to go. Anyway,
I like guns, but going to the gun and knife show is like,
this is not pertinent.
No, it's not. What else he said? Why did Glenn need to break the zombie's arm for a weapon? Just because the writers are pushing Glenn and his badassery on us? Because he could have easily turned around and picked up a few chair legs.
Yeah, he could have.
I think it's the intimidation factor. Like, you could hold, like if someone came out with me like a shard of furniture, I'd be like, be more apt to just punch him in the face. Comes at me with a jagged, rotting zombie bone, I don't want him to be scratched by that motherfucker.
That's true.
Like, I'm just avoiding a lethal wound in a knife in a scrap of furniture fight. Mm-hmm. I'm avoiding a mere scratch in a zombie bone shard fight.
Yeah, good point.
He also has issues if you smash someone through what should have been very thick glass in the aquarium, they should die. Not sure how Michonne made it out of that alive. Maybe she is a predator.
She was all cut up, but
this glass isn't that thick. Because I actually have a 30-gallon aquarium right behind me, and I'm looking at the side with heads in it. And it's like 1/8 of an inch thick. Now, it's sharp as shit.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't safety glass.
No,
if you break an aquarium, that's pretty realistic. I'm surprised she didn't get really fucking hurt, but I don't think she would have died just from the concussion of it. Evan C. from Houston said, I think it seemed too convenient when Merle turned on the governor, or the governor turned on Merle. I guess he's looking for a fall guy, but I fear it's going to take most attention out of the Dixon brothers reunion. What do you think about that?
I disagree. I think this is the most tension they could possibly have in this reunion. they're poised to fight to the death, right?
Uh-huh.
Is that what I'm seeing here?
Well, I mean, that's one take.
That's the implication, I think.
He's going to make them fight to the death, and then
or he'll kill them both.
Or you're right. That's what I was
that's
thinking.
the Star Trek scenario.
Honestly, I didn't get the or kill them both, or I didn't get the fight to the death. That's going to be an interesting and exciting possibility.
Yeah.
He also thought it was a narrative mistake to have the Merle be part of the kidnapping and interrogation of Glaggy, because the idea that Daryl will try to integrate Merle back into the group at this point isn't a possibility. I never thought about that. I actually thought maybe Merle is rehabilitable, being able to be rehabilitated. But how the hell are they going to sell that to Maggie and Glenn?
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, that's
at this
that's
point
a bridge
that'd be
too
rough.
far. Anyway, he says, of course, this is all speculation that neither brother will be executed at Woodbury. But if they are, I'm going to do a one breaking good listener promise. If Villigan pulled the "it was all a dream" ending, I will flip every goddamn table in a 20-mile radius. Still one of my favorite feedbacks.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm with you there. If both brothers make it out alive next season, that will be a hell of a thing. What if Daryl and Merle just head off to the sunset together? Would you accept that? Like they're just going to break off on their own group?
Oh, well, they got to get out of this situation first. But
I know, but I think that would be acceptable.
I don't know, man. For the relationship that they had before this all happened, seems like a very destructive one for Daryl. I would not like that to happen.
Right.
I could see it happening, but I wouldn't like it.
Okay, fair enough. It goes, one more thought. Aaron better be fucking hammered tomorrow night. Poindexter lives. Point of fact. I said Poindexter if he lives through all of season 3. And I even said not mid-season, all of season 3.
Okay.
So my liver lives to live another day.
But to be fair, you are hammered.
I've had a fair amount of whiskey in me.
Yeah.
Tom P. from Detroit. Did they have flashbangs and tear gas? Not smoke. It goes, but not smoke grenades. Why was no one feeling the effects of tear gas? He goes, I know I'm a military guy, gets hung up on weapons, but whatever.
Oh, no, I think it was flashbangs.
I thought it was just smoke.
Yeah, it is.
But I thought they made a big point of saying it was tear gas earlier in the season.
No, last episode, they specifically said, are we going to take smokes or flashbangs or something like that? And Daryl was like, let's take them both.
Okay. So I think they do have tear gas, but they probably, surely the writers aren't that stupid. You can't just have Daryl wading into a cloud of tear gas.
No, of course not. Plus, tear gas is a bad idea because it's liable to just come back
the way
in
they
your
were
face.
using it, it seems like it was for cover. So I bought it was smoke. Jorge said, just want to say how disappointed I am that Tyrese is going to die first season episode of season 3.5.
Spoiler alert.
I mean, did you hear how many lines he had? Jeez, he's a goner.
Well, we may have made a joke about that.
In my thoughts, we will get Daryl and Merle showdown, but not for each other. Not for each other's groups originally like we thought, but a fight to the end in the arena for Woodbury's entertainment. So that's your take.
Yeah.
Jorge agreed.
With
and he's the only one that wrote that in. So I guess it's like you and him are aligned on the
wavelength. We're unified.
Let's see here. Man, we got a lot. We got a fair amount to go. Should I skip around?
Yeah, man, we're at an hour and a half already.
Okay.
And
we don't have much
spoilers.
we don't have much on the spoiler stuff.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm gonna have to skip that one.
Still have an outro to do too.
Okay. Tom News said Milton, or Poindexter as we like to call him, is finally really starting to get my attention. He had some really interesting moments this season. We keep getting these odd things from him. In other words, a few episodes ago when he's collecting walkers from the pit, comments in their eyes. He also made a weird eye comment in this episode. When he goes in and after the governor's incident, he says, "Oh my God, I just heard. Are you all right? Your eye, is it?" And he's cut off by Merle walking in from the wrong direction.
Yeah.
He goes, finally, in the last shot of the episode, the camera pans around the governor's droopy dog face with all Woodbury residents shouting and shaking their fists, and the camera rests with Milton just out of focus and not moving a muscle. I'd totally noticed that. Did you notice
Milton out of focus?
Yeah, when they moved and finally locked the camera,
no.
The focus was actually on Milton. He was standing in the background, and he was just like the camera was focused on the governor, so he was blurry. But it was the point of the convergence of the point of view of the camera was pointed right at him. I think there's some big stuff for him. That wasn't an accident.
I think you might be reading too much into the cinematography there because you're never supposed to show anybody center frame, right? You show them it's a 2/3 rule. You show them off to one side. So if the camera's pointing right at Milton, he's not the subject of that, especially if he's blurry. Mm-hmm. I don't know. That's my take.
Alex F. had a pretty funny skit himself, but we're out of time to read it. I'll get to the...
I saw that. That's a good one.
It was a good one.
Yeah.
Damn it. But the juice of his feedback was he wants to complain about what the governor did at the end. His speech was a masterful piece of politicking and pretty much had me cheering. I still like him way more than I think we're supposed to. But the part where he threw Merle under the bus didn't make a whole lot of sense. I understand if he wants to get rid of Merle, but why not just have him killed and then say the terrorists did it? Make him a hero for your people to rally behind. If you make him a traitor, people will start worrying about who they can trust. I guess what I'm saying is that I'd be a better totalitarian leader than the governor is. Totalitarian. So yeah, good half season, and for the first time, I'm really looking forward to when the show comes back on. I wish AMC would stop splitting seasons, but whatever. I just hope they don't try that shit with Mad Men. Totally agree.
They will.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't think they're going to do it with Mad Men.
Wiener won't let him.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
He would literally, I think, quit the show rather than let them fuck around with him on
Probably.
that. Anyway, I agree. This is the first time where I'm like looking forward, not with like, oh God, I hope this gets better, but like, yeah, I hope they keep it this high.
Yeah, I got to say, we questioned Mazzara's leadership last season because it was floundering around on the farm, but now, I got to say, season 3.1 or 3.0 was really good.
And I think if he nails the rest of the season, that I will start to buy into the theory that he just had to get the show into a different spot than where
Darabont
had it, and he wanted to do it quick and dirty and just get all the pain over, like rip the Band-Aid off fast.
Yeah.
And that's what the first half of season 2 was.
But I do have to say, this is good in a different way than Mad Men or The Wire or Breaking Bad is good, right? This is good in the action sense. This is good in more of like a 24 type sense. Like, I want to see what happens
action
next.
and suspense,
it's not
sure.
really so much like, oh, I'm really enjoying the character interactions here.
But if they get, that's what I'm saying, if they get that, watch out.
Yes, definitely.
If they can bring Mad Men, Breaking Bad levels of character development and characterizations and still keep the zombie action, holy shit.
And I thought that's where Darabont was going in the first season and a half, maybe, where he was trying to take it, and then they decided that's not working. Let's get rid of him and let's take this in a different direction.
Right. So. Quickly, the outro. We are part of the Bald Move Network. You can find all our content at baldmove.com, including our full coverage of Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, the latest seasons of Mad Men, Justified, and Breaking Bad. Don't forget our newest affiliates, the Because Show. Again,
Before we do the Because Show, can we pimp the next podcast that we're going to be doing? Because this is maybe the last podcast that those people will listen to. A lot of people don't tune into the recap podcast.
Oh, what are we doing? Justified?
Justified's the next one that comes back on, yeah.
Comes back January 6th, I think.
Yeah, it's early next year.
Yeah, so that'll be, and then we've got Walking Dead coming back in, I think, February 16th-ish, in the middle of February. And then we got, I don't know, they haven't announced when Mad Men's back, but I do know that Game of Thrones comes back 3/31/13.
Oh, okay.
So
anyway, the Because Show.
Oh yeah, the Because Show. They had the three-year anniversary cast last week. Talked about Netflix for nails, Ralph Lauren teddy bear sweaters, and a few hilarious profane stories.
Yeah, that makes it sound like a lame episode for my particular niche.
That's like, but
it's freaking hilarious.
It is. Yeah.
Just listen to it; it's really funny.
Yeah. Give it a chance. Also, the boys in Seattle, Personal Arrogance crew, they didn't have a show last week because Eric got married.
Congratulations, Eric.
Congratulations, Eric. Pretty lame fucking reason to miss a podcast deadline.
I got to say, we've never
man.
missed one.
And especially not for marriage. Jesus Christ. But yeah, congratulations. Good luck on that. If you want to send us feedback, you can do so at watchingdead@baldmove.com. Like me on Facebook.com/baldmove. Follow Jim on Twitter.com/baldmove, especially in the off season, because you never know when we're going to do like a preview cast or some crazy shit like that.
Or a one-off of Blue Yonder, our old show.
If you want to keep on the latest, that's the way to do it. Yep. We always appreciate ratings and reviews on iTunes. You guys have been heroes.
Wow,
we are so close to 400 reviews, which will put us at one of the most popular. I think there's one more ahead of us that like at the 414 or something. But I think we can crush them in the next week or two. Not that it's a competition.
Yeah, crush
but it's
them.
totally a fucking competition. We want to crush these. No.
I actually enjoy their cast, but okay.
No, so we appreciate your help. That's what helps build our audience. Number one thing they can do. Number two thing you can do, tell your friends and family, your coworkers. We appreciate you spreading the news that way. Share our shit on Twitter and Facebook. Also, our Amazon affiliate links, amazon.baldmove.com. It's Christmas is right around the corner. Amazon's got free next day shipping with Prime accounts and for lots of stuff anyway. And they got daily deals. They're really pimping this, digital shopping for Christmas stuff hard. They got amazing deals every day. If you use the amazon.baldmove.com link or the banner at the top of our webpage, we get a teeny tiny cut of their action. And that's what pays the bills, keeps us in booze, keeps the electricity flowing and the hard drive spinning at the Bald Move headquarters. And that's it.
Now, you neglected to mention our new Reddit, our subreddit.
Oh, so our Reddit experiment, and I feel like, God, we don't have time to talk to this, but I'm going to take the time.
Okay.
If you're in this far in the cast, you're dedicated.
Yeah.
You're in for the long haul. You're going to listen to the spoilers probably even. So we did this Reddit experiment. Reddit's a social link sharing
come on.
site.
They know what Reddit is.
Now, a lot of people don't. It's reddit.com/r/baldmove. We kind of phrased this poorly. We're not moving away from Facebook or Twitter in favor of this. What we really want to do is Jim and I are programming nerd types as our vocation, and we want to – Reddit's got a pretty nice API, an application programming interface, and we want to get a system to where if you drop feedback on the website – or you send us an email, that's going to go through and process through the magic of programming into Reddit threads where people can upvote and downvote. Because right now we are having, I had to just rampage through probably 3 people's emails. I wanted to read them, didn't have time. It sucks that Jim and I have to make that call. Yeah. That's too much power in our hands. We want to make that more of a democratic process.
Well, there was also worries that the democratic process might not be as good because you might not get those very specific emails that we need to talk about for social reasons or for other reasons. We'll still read all the feedback. It's not like we're not checking it out. It's just we're not going to have to aggregate it all and edit it down into a form that we can read on the show.
You guys, it's kind of like outsourcing.
We will still cherry pick some of the really good ones that we want to read personally. So.
And again, because right now the reality is, if you're leaving this feedback on the website comments, I'm not even seeing that.
Yeah,
because I already got 7 different sources to check and a very limited amount of time. I'm not whining. The thing is, I don't want to discourage people from sending feedback, but we're trying to make it more democratic and more easy. And hopefully, when we come back for Justified, we'll have these systems in place. We're going to try to bust ass in December and see what happens.
Yeah, I got some big projects at work too. So
really? Shit.
Yeah.
But one day,
one of these days,
we will rise like the cranky, drunken phoenix that we are. Now we're ready for spoilers, right?
I think so.
Okay.
Thanks, everybody, for sticking with us through the entire season, the entire half season, sorry. Please tune in for next week's podcast. We will actually have a recap.
We're going to talk some differences between the comic book and the show in a non-spoiler way, and then spoil the shit out of it in the comic book section, and we'll consider...
And then kind of where they've left each of these characters.
Yeah.
And the overall arc for these characters in the half season.
We'll talk about it. We'll update our death pools.
Yeah.
And also, you comic fans, come out. I want to see what you think about next season and how far they're going to go and where they're going to end it. I got some pretty good ideas. Talk about that in the spoiler section.
All right, well, speaking of spoiler sections, that's it for this episode. Thanks, everybody. Until next time, I'm Jim.
And I'm Aaron.
And we're back. Let's go ahead and run the spoiler thing for next week.
AMC's The Walking Dead returns with new episodes this February.
The whole town is out on the street.
You and I could end this tonight.
I need to go see him. He's coming.
I'm not sure where her loyalties lie.
What the hell is he doing? Hey!
You should stop.
Stop what?
Looking the leader.
AMC's The Walking Dead returns this February.
Get back here!
For a longer look.
Okay.
Oh, God.
So what I noticed,
I noticed they spoiled the Daryl thing immediately.
Well, the thing is,
Daryl's not going to die. He's in the
fuck
woods.
you. This is how many times have we seen Daryl run through the goddamn woods? Are you so sure that this isn't them fucking with you? I mean, how many
If they're
times
showing me clips from season 2, I'm going to be
all
pissed.
the time? How
No,
can
they
you
don't.
be pissed?
No, they don't.
Justified does it,
They
man.
show-
Everyone
they-
does it.
No, they always show new clips.
They lie. I know Justified
All
showed.
right. Well, maybe they're fucking with me.
Anyway,
I hope not.
In reverse order, Herschel's having a confrontation with Rick. He's like, "Get back here." Carl's telling his dad that maybe he should give up being a leader. Andrea also, I mean, we for sure know that there's going to be some issues with her because she's saying she wants to go talk to her people. She's being the governor's questioning her loyalty. It looks like she's being held at gunpoint at one point. Maggie and Glenn want to end this tonight. What the hell do you think they're talking about?
I don't know.
I mean, are they going to do a suicidal run
Like
on Woodbury?
Or isn't there a suicide pact in the comic? Could that be what they're doing?
Ooh, that would
They
be
don't seem
brutal.
like the type, though.
No.
That would be way
that
out of
happens
character.
early on in the comic.
Prison stuff, yeah.
Well, we got a lot of shit going on, so let's get right to the spoiler feedback. We'll save a lot of the speculation for next week.
Okay.
Play the name game, though. I want to talk about that. Is the Made to Suffer was the name of the comic book arc where Tyrese died in the first in the comic book series, and I thought it's a clever play that they made the introductory episode of Tyrese be that name.
Yeah, no, I like that.
So Tom New complains the preview for season 3.5 gave away way too much. The first shot in the preview is the area we were just in with Merle, Daryl, and company. It's heavily smoky and everyone is on high alert. I can tell you now that Daryl will be rescued very quickly in the first episode, and so will Merle. Soon in the preview, we see a shot of Daryl in the woods, and most importantly, we see Glenn and Michonne with weapons drawn run up to Rick. Maggie and what looks like Daryl's arm, and he says, "What the hell is he doing here?" Surely the only person who could evoke that reaction in both of them is Merle.
Merle, yeah.
Yep. I look forward to seeing Merle interact with the group.
So the shot of the smoke that he's talking about inside the arena there, that kind of gives it away, right? Right? The group has to come back for him.
I kind of thought that was kind of smoky anyway. They're really implying that they're going to just throw flashbangs and smoke in the middle of that and come get him.
Why wouldn't flashbangs in the middle of that work? Everybody's looking at the middle.
They got so
Throw a
many,
flashbang
they got
in
so
there.
many guns though, and so many people. I guess the crowd's going to panic, and I don't know.
Maybe.
We'll have to see.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No. Keep going.
Noel, the Captain Albano, says Andrea's going to be Lily from the comics. And maybe another... So Lily's the female character that eventually kills the governor in the very end of the arc when he orders them to storm the prison, which inadvertently kills Lori and the baby Judith. And she sees this and is like, fuck you, fuck this, and kills the governor. She goes, maybe another female character will be crowned the queen badass chick of The Walking Dead. Honestly, with his amazing shooting skills, Carl's turning out to be Andrea's character from the comics thus far. Andrea might as well have been a stormtrooper in the last episode with her poor shooting. They can only headshot zombies, folks. Zombies' heads like magnets. I feel like they're setting up Andrea to very slowly understand the depths of the governor's evil, maybe only when it's tragically too late. Yes, that's 0 for 2 on Star Wars references, but this episode had me thinking about Star Wars, maybe because of the return of Obi-Wan Kenobi Shane.
How about Qui-Gon Jinn?
Qui-Gon, yeah, that's right. 0 for 3.
0 for 3.
Mike C. says, it's interesting that the episode introduces Tyrese as named after volume of the comics where he dies. Shit.
Nope.
Mike C., I'm going to give you credit for the name game.
Shame on you.
There you go. This cast has been a marathon, Jim.
It has.
We got a lot of editing to do on it.
Tons,
still.
yeah. So we got about another hour of work, even after the episode's over.
Yep.
And I got to drive home, and it'll take an hour.
So thanks a lot, everybody. It's been a great season. We'll see you next week for the recap.
Yep.
Or the mid-season recap, and hope for everyone to join us then. If not, we'll see you next season. Hopefully, maybe in Justified. Or Game of Thrones, or Mad Men, or Breaking
all
Bad.
of the above.
Bacasho. First Larrigans.
All right. Thanks,
Out.
everybody.
Bye.
And we're back. back. Let's go ahead and run the spoiler thing for next week. Let's go ahead and run that thing for next week. Let's do that thing that we do for next week.
What the fuck?
Let's run the thing for next week. Cue up the clip for next week. Well, we fucked that up.